We've been eating the losses this whole year.
Oh, he's been eating the losses! Bro! Hey, what's up? My name's Samuel Leeds. I'm a property investor, and in this video, I'm going to be responding to a video that was recently done about me. I'm a little bit late, because this was a couple of weeks ago now, but I've just skim-watched it, but I'm going to watch it properly, and I thought I'd do a reaction to it. So this guy's called Tankz. Shout out my boy Tankz. I don't know this guy at all, I've never met him. I was supposed to, I can't remember if he reached out to me or I reached out to him. I think he reached out to me and said he wanted to do a discussion with me and like a debate style thing. And I was like, absolutely, let's do it, let's roll. But he never confirmed and he ended up, it just fizzled out, it didn't happen. And now he's done a long expose video on me. So I don't know if I'm gonna watch the whole thing now, but we'll see how we go. I'm gonna watch it and respond to it. So the title is, the UK's biggest property guru. I guess that's a compliment. Exposed. Exposed is subjective. That could mean revealed, maybe. Maybe I'm being a little bit too optimistic. And this is the truth behind his £12,000 course. I mean, interesting, I don't have a £12,000 course. I have a £12,000 mentorship. But anyway, let's just see what this guy has to say.
Okay, so Samuel Leeds, one of the most infamous property gurus in the UK. Well, as I was doing my research on Samuel Leeds and I went on his website, I was greeted by this. Wait, free webinar if you are serious about building wealth.
Hold on, did you just say webinar? Okay, all right, good, all right.
This webinar is a must watch.
Oh, and it wasn't a mistake. That's, oh my goodness. Have I spelt webinar? No, I'm doing it. Tankz, what have you started? Anyway, back to the video.
And I lay out the blueprint to follow in 2025. You will not be disappointed. This man was blamed for a soldier who spent £13,000 on his course, killing himself shortly after. He was called a scammer to his face by my boy Austin. Shout out to him.
I'm sat here with Samuel Leeds, the biggest scammer in the property space. I'm gonna call him out.
Bro, I don't know where this is going now, but when you say he was called out by my boy Austin, like Austin got completely roasted in that dialogue and ended up agreeing with me. So that's strange. I don't know if you watched the whole thing, but anyway.
On selling to vulnerable young people, it's got to stop. Samuel, you're in for it, bro. Let's go. Cool, let's go.
And my boy Poku Banks, currently known as Poku Facts.
No, you didn't just say that, bro. Did you just say my boy Poku Banks, known as Poku Facts?
He's been spitting nothing but facts on his Instagram. Go and give him a follow if you haven't already. But my man Poku was ahead of the times because he saw this guy for what I also think he is.
Bro, is this a parody or a spoof? Poku Banks 5 years ago sat down with me for a debate and famously got completely destroyed. It ruined his career, and he's done many sorry videos afterwards admitting that he was completely destroyed. And I like Poku too, but you're acting like Poku was ahead of, mate, this is absolutely crazy. I don't know what planet you're on, but I'm very interested in what you've actually got to say, so let's keep going.
Which isn't a scammer, I think he is a snake oil salesman. But the practices that he engages in are scammy practices, in my humble opinion.
Listen, why are you wearing a face mask? Like, that is strange, over your nose as well. That would have been strange to even do in COVID because no one's in the room with you. Are you hiding your identity? That's just kind of, I can't quite, I'm trying to see past it.
And he has recently moved his family to one of the worst places on earth, in my opinion, Dubai. The place full of snake oil salesmen.
See, at this point, I just want to stop watching the video because this guy clearly is just a complete buffoon. I mean, to say that Dubai is one of the worst places, we don't speak the same language. This guy's speaking Chinese, I'm speaking English. If he thinks Dubai is terrible and he thinks Poku Banks is fantastic and he wears a mask, do I even continue watching the video at this point? I'm gonna continue, but I'm almost at the end of my tether. I'm almost done with the video. I'm almost done with it, and we're only 1 minute, 30 seconds in to the video.
Bro, come on.
It's official, I am now a resident here in Dubai.
Oh my God.
Why is that funny? Like, becoming a resident, like right now I'm in the UK, I've got a beautiful mansion in the UK, and I've also got a beautiful beach house property in Dubai, and we're also got a place in Zimbabwe, and we're global citizens. I don't understand what's this guy on? What is he on?
It's comedy, and you see with guys like this, all right, because he was meant to come on my show, my podcast, when I actually wanted to do it.
Yeah, and what happened? Tell us what happened when because I've got the messages. In fact, let me find the messages. Tankz. Oh, my last message was, Hey Tankz, hope you're well. Outside of property, I normally keep my views quiet, but I've got quite a few things I'd love to unpack. Business, blah, blah, blah. Let's make some people uncomfortable. Let's get a date locked in. No response. So that was me messaging him, and he didn't respond. So what's he gonna say about this?
Organised a date, but ended up falling through because like we weren't free at the. I don't even remember how it ended up.
I remember how it ended up. You just decided you didn't want to do it because your opinions are so ridiculous, and you knew that you would be utterly torn apart and destroyed if we sat down in the same room together, and I would make you take off your stupid mask.
Through. But when I was communicating with him, he kept saying debate, debate, debate. It's like, bro, I'm not trying to debate with you. I'm trying to have a conversation with you. Because with people like this, they're always prepared for debates because they're forced to be defensive because they know that they're...
Sorry, when you are attacking somebody, then yes, they of course are going to be defensive. So yes, but okay.
Because after my Uzma and Lena video, he said that he thinks I was a bit harsh on them and there are a few things he wants to, talk to me about.
I don't actually remember saying that. I think he did a video about exposing some people. I watched a few seconds of the video and he was saying property's really hard, property's really bad, property's really risky. And I said to him, we need to sit down and talk about property, man, because you are off. But I can't remember the full video on that.
And I said, that's fine. I don't want to debate you. I just want to talk to you from the perspective of somebody who has a lot to learn about the property game.
Okay, I get that though. Yeah. Not everything's a debate. It's nice to have discussions. And I would have been totally down for that. But he didn't respond. He just did a video instead, but okay.
I just want you to explain to me how me taking out an 8 grand loan or borrowing 8 grand, I mean, they say that his courses range from £12 or £1. That's how much he was charging for his, what do you call them? I forget the words. Seminars where you'll go there to learn.
Webinar. That's what it's called, webinar.
Let them talk and then you'll see. But back to the free webinar that is going to be today.
Did he just say webinar again?
At 12 p.m. London time.
So what happens to those properties? You sell those properties on, who buys them?
Usually big companies. I mean, Lloyd's Bank are buying aggressively.
American private equity.
Yeah, BlackRock.
Yeah.
And these companies are literally taking all of the houses and they're demonising.
And this is how people like Samuel operate. They never directly answer the question. He said, well, who's buying up your properties that you're being forced to sell? Well, usually big companies,
That's because it depends. What?
And then it's like a preempted script in his head because he's always on the defensive because he knows what he's doing is unethical. That's just my opinion, though.
Sorry, what bit of this is I'm having a conversation with Nigel Farage and I'm saying that it's very difficult to be a landlord now because they're taxing the heck out of us, and I've had to adjust and change my strategy, i.e. serviced accommodation. I've had to change things, and Nigel asked me, who's buying your properties? And I'm like, well, it's a lot of company. And he's, oh, you stuttered. What? Yeah, well, it depends. Different people. And you often don't even know. If you sell a property, it's all through lawyers. You don't know or care the ins and outs of who it is. And it is difficult right now to just be a landlord. People are making 2-3 grand a month as an average salary. House prices are almost 300,000. There's heavy taxes. That's why people need to know how to navigate their way through it and be creative, which is why I do run training programs from supply and demand, because people want to learn what I've done and how I'm doing it. So I don't see what the contradiction is at all.
From what I can see. And Poku Banks, when he was a lot younger,
I'd suggest, please, my friend, go and watch that. But did you actually watch that Poku Banks video? I might put a little link in the description. You can go watch it. I don't want to hate on Poku. Poku was young at the time. Yeah, I'd like to think he's matured and grown up, but he got completely annihilated, and that was like half a decade ago.
I'm sure he's very, very knowledgeable on the property game. When I watch his videos, bro, like he's someone who knows his stuff about property.
Is this like a love letter or a hit piece? At this point, I can't work out because I don't actually know what his beef is exactly, but now he's saying, I love Samuel's content. He's clearly made loads of money. His videos are fantastic. So I'm a little bit confused. Maybe he was trying to get my attention. Oh my goodness, I just fell for the trap. I've given him my attention. He's a fan. He's a fanboy and I gave him my attention. I should never have done this. Should we even continue filming? Go on, I'm too far in now. Let's see what he's gonna say next.
100%, there's no doubts there. But if we go back to his webinar here, we haven't watched this video yet, but it says, and offer to pay the owner 500k for it in 7 years' time. In exchange, you'll pay them a small monthly fee or simply take on their mortgage payments for them. So,
bro, I don't know why you're laughing at this. This happens all the time. This happens with property, it happens with commercial property, it happens with businesses. This is a purchase option agreement. This is very standard. I've bought dozens and dozens of properties, well documented. I've bought hotels. I've got hundreds of students that have, and you're laughing. It's actually sad, man, because you're laughing, you think it's dumb, you think it's stupid, you're clearly not making a lot of money. Maybe you tried a property, maybe you got a couple of properties, didn't really work out, but you've got a following. And I think that the fact that you're saying, oh, it's stupid, oh, Dubai, ha, 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 oh, you can't, oh, you're broke, you can't make money if you've got no money. It's just damaging, bro. It's negative, it's damaging. I'm not really about what you're saying at all, actually. I think it's sad.
So you, with no bread, is gonna go to a homeowner and say,
yes,
hey, listen, your house is worth 400K. In 7 years' time, I'll give you 500K. Let's ignore the fact that this person could have gone to an estate agent and found someone to rent it for that much themselves. But you're making £3,600 a year. You're a long way away from having $500,000. Maybe you'll be able to get a mortgage to buy the property in the future, but there's no guarantees. On your end of the deal, you don't have to buy the property.
Thing is, if you're laughing at this and you're saying, like, oh, ha, ha, you can't make money in property, you can't buy below market value, and then you must just think that all business is impossible. You can't set up a clothing brand. Who's going to want to do business with you? You can't start your own coffee shop. You can't become a... What are you just saying that just business is hard? If you've got no money, you might as well just accept it, be a victim, take no responsibility. I'm not vibing with the message, man. In fact, this is the kind of guy who, if I grew up and went to school with someone like him, he'd be the kind of guy I would distance myself with. I wouldn't be able to spend. The Bible says that bad company corrupts good character. And when you spend time with people that are laughing, negative, saying it's not possible, that brings you right down. So I don't even if I can even continue watching this video. Shall I maybe just skip towards the end? Let me see what the conclusion is. We're in a cost of living crisis, interest rates are up, everything is going bad in the economy right now, but
that's not good for property.
Guess what? That means is that no, it is. It is good for property. If times are bad and everyone's scared, that's when the deals are there. So you're sitting there like, oh, that's not good, as if you know. Bro, you don't know. You are not qualified to talk about me. You've never met me. You're not qualified to talk about property investing because you've had no success doing it. You're not qualified to talk about my training programs because you've never attended. You're not qualified. Now I get it, you put a lot of content out. This was one video of hundreds of videos that you make. And I respect that. I respect that you're making videos, you're doing your thing. But you're wrong, my friend. And your opinion is not just wrong, but also damaging and woefully wrong. And you're wearing a mask, bro. It's over your nose.
So a motivated seller, just Googling that quick, a homeowner eager or in need to sell their property quickly due to personal, financial or situational pressures. So you could have just said, to not confuse people, people are eager to sell their properties right now, in your opinion.
So hang on a minute, did you just say that because I said motivated sellers, that was really confusing and I was just trying to bamboozle people with long confusing words, and instead I should have said people that are eager to sell their properties quickly? Okay, all right. And as interest rates go down, then more people can afford to get mortgages. And as more people can afford to get mortgages, more people will buy houses. Therefore, supply and demand, house price.
Interest rates will go down. That will be better for people attempting to get mortgages. Lowering interest rates is usually done when the economy needs stimulation. And lowering interest rates typically increases inflation. Wages ain't going up with inflation. And I think banks only lend you 4.5 times your salary, right? Your joint, if you're buying it with a partner, it's going to be 4.5 times your annual income. That's how much you can borrow on a property. A property price is going to keep going up. I do think so for the near future. But I think most of it's going to be because of inflation. Obviously in London, where I live, there's demand. People always want to come and live here. But as AI grows, people are going to lose their jobs. There's going to be less and less jobs available. People are like, you get what I'm saying?
First time he's actually been talking sense. So he does have a... This is actually worrying because clearly he does understand economics a bit and he does understand inflation and he understands... So if he's not stupid, then the whole rest of the video that he's been saying makes me think he must know that what he's saying isn't true. So now I'm questioning the agenda behind it.
I think less and less people are going to be able to actually buy properties, and they're all going to get bought up by BlackRock, all these, you know, when he did that interview with Nigel Farage, he was talking facts, how all these big corporations are going to buy up all the properties. That's what they want to do. But I studied economics and finance at uni, Brian. It's just...
Okay. So he kind of does know a bit. I still think I have a feeling he's poor, but he understands the academic side to what I'm talking about at least.
Realize economists will say this, economists will say that, bro. It's just a guess. The economy is based on human behavior. Nobody can predict human behavior. Well, nobody can certainly predict human behavior.
That's true.
Why being an economist is just, you know, making the best predictions you can.
It's made me want to sit down with him now, actually. I was thinking, like, oh, this guy, but now if he's studied economics and stuff, interesting.
Nobody's always going to get it right. So he could be right. He could be spitting facts, but I don't think he is.
This will go up. Also, I am. Are buying properties. Their aim is to have 50,000 residential buy-to-let properties in the UK.
No way!
The rich and powerful are buying up the houses. Bro, when I'm saying this, the BlackRock are buying, and you're just going, oh wow, ha, ha. Like, it reminds me of Noah's Ark when he's building this boat, and it was like, ha 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 ha, and then the rain comes. The rain is coming, and what I'm saying, yeah, I'm running a training business, fine, but I don't need to run a training business. What I'm saying, and the reason I'm doing what I'm doing, is because I want to be remembered on the right side of history. For when the government are not teaching financial literacy, for when people are going to university and spending £40,000 on economics degrees and ending up completely broke and jobless with masks over their noses, I'm showing people, actually, here's what you can do to make money. When people are laughing, like you, it's a sorry state of affairs. And this might be genuinely the last opportunity.
Wow,
normal people.
Scarcity, your last chance. It's time's
yeah, it's true. We are in the last buying cycle right now.
running out. You have to buy my course right now.
People like you and I have got to buy properties. That's the problem, I think. Some people, they're so skeptical, they throw their brains out. Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God, I have to register now.
Please do.
Availability. Oh no, it might not be available. Oh, it's available. Oh, it's available. I'm so tempted to, I mean, he's going to be hosting it himself, which is just ridiculous, bro. Like a Uzma and Lena type thing. That's why it was clearly
It's ridiculous that I'm going to be hosting it myself. Like it's what did he say? Some what? What are you talking about, bro?
Defending them, but yeah, I was going to hold off on this video, wait for 6 hours and join the webinar, you know, and actually talk to him, but I don't want to talk to this snake oil salesman guy, but to be honest with you, bro, I don't really want to do it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you, guys.
He didn't even make it to the free online training webinar. Yeah, that's sad. Tankz! You're poor. You are poor.
Stop paying rent. They stopped paying their rent. And I'm telling you guys this from experience. I have a property with my dad. It's nothing crazy. I've had it with him for like 4 years now.
Oh, so you're an economics uni boy and daddy helped you buy a house and you bought a house. How's it going? How did your uni degree help you to be super smart and efficient and make that property turn into something when your dad put money down? Let's find out.
I was young doing my thing. My dad said, yo, let's make something so cool. I said, cool, Dad, I trust you. Yeah?
I wish my dad gave me money. I wish he'd given me money. I wish my mama gave me money because they didn't give me nothing. But your daddy gave you money and you went to university. And how did it go?
Tenants in there for years. They've been paying like half of what they should be paying for the whole of 2025, bro. They're not like them idiot tenants that just stop paying and keep. That will happen, bro. It happened to my uncle. It was hell. He had to go court, pay all these lawyer fees to get them out of his yard. My uncle was going through so much.
Bro, please, you should not come on my webinar, okay? You're a dummy. Please send your uncle and your dad, because honestly, you're saying your uncle's struggling with property, your dad's struggling, mate. They could make so much more money. They need to learn how to turn their tenants into guests so they don't have all these court cases. There's so much I want to teach your dad and your uncle.
Stress. But these tenants, they're just paying what they can. And we don't want to raise the rent. We don't want to do anything mad. But we're not going to get that money back, bro.
You will.
Contracts come to an end and my dad's given them an eviction notice. They're supposed to leave early next year. They don't have to leave the yard, bro. But we
they do.
To cover this mortgage every single month, bro. We've been eating the losses this whole year.
He's been eating the losses. Bro.
So if you're in this situation, what the frick are you going to do? They've stopped paying rent. Oh no, the boiler's broken down. You need to fix the boiler.
What are you going to do? The boiler's broken. They've stopped paying rent. You got the mortgage back. Who do you call? You call Samuel Leeds. This is where I come in, brother. So, as I say, I know this isn't for you, okay? You were given a bit of money from your pops and sent to university, and now you make a living by doing lots of YouTube videos with your mask. It's fine, bro. Same for you. Send your dad and your uncle. I'll teach them what to do. They're going to be able to make so much money from the small pot that they have, and you know what? You might get some breadcrumbs from it. You might get some breadcrumbs from it. So send them, put it on the family WhatsApp group. I'll leave a link in the description, copy paste it, put it on the family WhatsApp group, send your mama as well, okay? Send your mom, send your dad, send your uncle, let them get rich, okay? And then you can just, you do you. You do you. But don't be selfish, send them the link. Get them to sign up, it's in my description, okay? God bless, good night.